Hi folks, it's Dasher Dave here. I've just come upstairs to do a bit of crafting, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to turn the camera on and kind of bring you along for the ride, and you know, let's look at the scenery together as we go. I'm not teaching anything today. I'm just plodding along, crafting, having a conversation about our week. So today is Thursday, the 8th of October. It is currently 7:57 p.m. Or 19:57 100 hours if you're of that ilk. I do like 100 hours. I do think I like it, prefer it to AM PM, but I understand that there are people on the continent who do not on the continent across the pond who don't use 24-hour clocks as standard, and then you're thinking 19, what's that? And you're trying to work it out. So just thought I'd tell you. So yeah, I'm currently doing a bit of craft, and I thought, you know what, I want to have a chat. Thought we'd kind of catch up, see how our weeks have gone. So excuse me, I'm very sorry for sneezing. So don't worry, it isn't contagious. It is a little bit of an allergy that I have to things that like dust and that sort of thing. So, and I don't think I took an antihistamine today, so that probably hasn't helped me. So yeah, I just thought I'd have a bit of a play, make a few things, and have a chat. So I'm not teaching you anything today, so don't expect a lot from me. But we'll kind of just plod along and see where it goes. Is that all right? Well, I can't tell. I'm not, you know, I can't hear you and I'm not psychic. So, as I always say, I am not a medium. I am an extra large. So, and it makes me laugh. So, and even if it doesn't make you laugh, it makes me laugh. So, my week so far. My week so far. It's been all right. I've been at work today. It's like I say, it's Thursday, so I've got Friday to go. But yeah, I've been at work today, and been at work actually all week, as I usually am. However, sometimes I work from home. It's just that I haven't really worked from home the last few days. There's been so much to do since lockdown and all going back to work in any major way. There's been so much to do. There's been so much that hasn't got done. You know, a lot of the repairs that go on at work. So I'm being a resources manager, resources, facilities and IT manager. I'm a man of many talents. Well, a jack of all trades and master of none is more to the point. So I've had quite a bit to do. We've got leaky roofs and all sorts of things that didn't get done because there were no tradespeople to do them. So I've been overseeing those kind of things today. I'm getting people's IT sorted out. We're also trying to make some contingency plans because it looks like the UK might go into some kind of not complete lockdown, but some kind of lockdown over the course of the next few days, because Scotland has already. So Nicola Sturgeon has made some very good decisions, personally, is what I think, over the course of this pandemic, and she's definitely keeping her people safe. Nicola Sturgeon is, of course, the I don't know what she's called in Scotland. She's not a prime minister, is she? No, she's the head of the Scottish Parliament. So, Alexa, who is Nicola Sturgeon?
According to Wikipedia, Nicola Ferguson Sturgeon is a Scottish politician serving as First Minister of Scotland and leader of the Scottish National Party since 2014. She is the fifth
Oh, right, I
person to
don't
be
need the
First
rest.
Minister and the first woman to hold either position. Sturgeon has been a member of the Scottish
Alexa.
Parliament since 19...
Cancel. Sometimes she's not going to go on, you know. I only asked her who she was. I didn't want to know inside leg measurement and her blood group. So yes, so I just thought we'd get prepared just in case we have to go back into some kind of lockdown, and we'll be sorted this time round rather than find ourselves in like any kind of a tiz. So a tiz being a technical term. A bit of a mess, basically. So anyway, yeah. So I've made some contingency plans just in case. So that's really what I've been kind of working out today. And tomorrow I'm working from home. I don't know whether I've told you this. I'm working from home. Terrible memory these days. Since having COVID, and I don't know whether I've told you this either. I had COVID. I've now got what's called long COVID, which has left me with fatigue, memory problems, and breathing difficulties. Oh joy! I had it in February, and it's now October, and they don't know how long it'll last for because it's it's a relatively new disease, isn't it? So anyway, I hope you guys out there are staying safe. Don't treat it lightly. It is a serious situation. And we need to be doing things for our fellow man and woman and person and non-binary. We don't just do things for ourselves, we should do things for others, shouldn't we? So it's still a bit sticky. So yeah, so there's been a lot of work to go on at work, and I've had a lot to do. It's been very busy and I haven't stopped, so I haven't been able to spend any time really at home. Although technically I can work from home if I want to. Sometimes it's just not practical to do so. So I go into work. What shall I use? Shall I? It's quite light, so I might give it a bit of a tea dye, although this can be a bit orange. So we'll give it a go and see what I think. Anyway, sorry, I wasn't asking you. I was kind of like telling you rather than asking you. So yeah, I've been preparing for that. So I hope your weeks have been good. Hope you're looking forward to the weekend. Anybody got anything special planned? Going anywhere, doing anything, seeing anyone, Zoom calling anyone? That's quite a standard thing to do these days, isn't it? The most exciting thing that I'm doing this weekend is I'm having somebody round to have a look at my guttering, because the guttering on the front of the house needs some attention. Otherwise it's going to cause some issues later on when the torrential rain starts and brings the rest of the house down with it. So yeah, that's the most exciting thing. Short of going to Fat Club, of course. I've got to go to Fat Club this weekend. I didn't go last weekend. My friend Brian, as some of you know, well, not you don't know, well, some of you might know him. My friend Brian, who is a friend of mine. My friend Brian, who is a friend of mine. Great way to start a sentence. Yeah, my good friend, he wasn't very well last weekend, so we both go to Fat Club together. So I didn't get weighed, so I don't know how heavy I am. I don't know whether I lost weight this week or not, but I wasn't too worried about it. It is what it is. What's for you won't go by you, as they say. I'm not sure who says, but I've just said it. So. That's note. That's definitely not notes. I don't know where I've put my S. Who knows? Could be anywhere. Tell you what I'm going to use is move that out of the way because I keep sticking my finger in that. Oh no, is that it? Notes. It's there. I found it. It's there. panic over. You can stop looking. You can stop looking under the desk and around the chair and everything. I found it. So we can move on. So yes, he wasn't very well. I had to take him to, somebody took him to A&E and I had to pick him up. It's fine. It's nothing. He has real bad problems with his knees. One specifically, but because he's 50, they won't replace it because it only lasts for 15 years. And of course, then they'd have to replace it again. And it's the NHS, you only get one. So it's like eggs in the war, you only have one. So, eggs in the UK in the war. So depends on where you live, doesn't it? What am I doing? Somebody tell me what I'm doing. Who am I? Why am I here? Did I come of my own free will? So I did. So I'm just going to stamp this on my thing. And I'm not worried about it being straight. I don't know why I'm telling you, because you're probably not interested. Just like I say. Just saying. I'm just going to stamp this on my things. I'm taking a very big risk here. Because it might go all horribly wrong when I put it down and they'll fall over and when you press against two things at either end of something and then it just all collapses on you. That's what the potential is. Oh, but it worked. It's fine. You can stop. You can breathe now. Breathe, folks. Breathe. I tell you. Breathe, I tell you. And do I want some kind of an underline, or do I want that somewhere? No, I think that's overkill. So I might just leave it at that and just file off that edge. So yeah, so I'm going to Fat Club at the weekend. Woohoo! I think I might have lost more weight this week. And only going to Fat Club is the only way I'm going to be able to tell that. Because I don't own scales. Because if you're losing weight, you really shouldn't just keep weighing yourself because you become obsessed by it. And there is more to life than being on a scale. On a scale of 1 to 10, there's more to life. So Fat Club and somebody to look at me guttering. Now, that's not a euphemism, so don't get excited. You never know if he's single and available and of my persuasion. It might be more than that, and it might become a euphemism. But you know something? I'm not going to tell you if it is. So yes, what was I going to say? I don't know. Yeah, so that's what's happening at the weekend. So nothing very exciting at all, really. And then, what have I done this week? So I worked on Monday. Well, I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but I worked in the office on Monday, and we had somebody to come and look at the roof at work. So it seems to be a bit of a running theme. I have to say the leak at work was happened before the problems with my guttering. So it's like the trend that my house thought, oh, I'm going to have to follow that trend. So it's kind of got involved in that. So I'm going to, so I had to have a plumber out to sort that out. And not a plumber, a roofer to sort that out. Well, to quote us for that. Well, we've had the quote back. Well, I'm not sure how quickly we'll be getting that done, because that was more than I expected it to be. So we had the quote, and it's a 3-story mill building that I work in. It's an old mill building, and it's kind of been renovated, and we moved in 1987, I believe. However, it's been there for, when was it built? I think it was built in 1840 something. So it's been hanging around for a while, and it's looking better. It's seen better days. You know something, I've done that and I'm not sure what I want to do with it, so I'll put it to one side. Let's work on this one. This is what I wanted to do, actually, not what I was doing. So yes, so we've had a roofer out to have a look at it. I keep saying plumber. That's because I'm preempting the next bit. That's grey, Dave. It's not going well. You need to spend more time focusing and less time chattering. Although it would be a really very boring video if I wasn't doing any chattering, wouldn't it? So, yeah. So I had that guy out. He came 3-story. He'd previously been and given us a quote, but that was before I was in the position. So instead of going up a ladder, which is 3-story mill building, I don't think I'd want to go up a ladder either. Up there. He just re-quoted us for the work that he'd quoted us for last time, but last time it was 3 years ago. This time it's 2020 prices, so it's obviously gone up somewhat, which has made it quite expensive. I think the quote for just putting the scaffolding up just to be able to get on the roof was £2,500. And then the quote for actually having the roof done was £7,500. That's to replace the gully, or the gullies on the roof. So it was just a bit of a shock, really. You know, but I guess on the grand scheme of things, it's not that much money. When you think how much the mill building is worth. We do own the mill building, so it's not like we can even charge it back to a landlord. We are the owners of that mill building. So yes, and then on Tuesday, I had a plumber around. It sounds like that telephone song, doesn't it? I went to my apartment on a Monday at 2, singing do la la shake it do. A Wednesday at 3, I called the phone company singing hey baby. Anyway, yeah. I can't remember all the words, and I just thought, yeah, that's everybody wants to hear me sing. I don't know who that was by the way, so all credit to them. And apologies for murdering your song. So, yeah, Tuesday I had a plumber in because we'd previously had a leak, and I just wanted to check that the leak was all stopped and everything okay. It's brought the ceiling down on one of the meeting rooms, which on one of the lower floors. But I have a plan for that. I'm getting somebody out to check the structure of the ceiling, and then we're going to do a bit of a refit of that meeting room and potentially rent it out when things get better. Because according to another song, things can only get better. So yeah, that looks like I'm writing in some kind of foreign, well, not even foreign, alien language. So, and that's basically all that's happened at work. Of course, it was my first week back after having a week's annual leave, so I kind of lay in bed on Monday morning thinking, but actually once I'm back at work, I don't have a problem with being at work. I like being at work. I kind of just get stuck into it and don't worry about it. Although yesterday I was in a lot of pain. Today I've been even more pain. So yesterday was nothing by comparison. I don't know what I was moaning about yesterday. But yeah, I was in a bit of pain yesterday, and I had to do a lot of running up and down stairs. And because I suffer with peripheral neuropathy, which affects it initially affected just the soles of my feet, and now it started to affect the palms of my hands and the tips of my fingers. So it's like for me, it's like a burning, tingling, like stabbing sensation, like just constantly, and then you just suddenly you get like a very like intense pain that just like kind of almost like shoots right up your arm or right up your leg, depending on where it is, where it emanates from. I mean, so yeah, it's not good. I know that it's progressive as well, so it's not going to get any better. But like I say, it is what it is, and I can't do much about it. So I think that's clearly been in the oven, on one of my oven trays, and it's gone a bit like that. I'm going to sand this back, but not quite as vigorously as I did the other one. I kind of want to just take the corner off. Yeah, there we go. So pain, yeah, today has been in the tips of my fingers. Today has been terrible, and I've had a couple of problems where I've not been able to tell whether I'm holding a pen properly or how much pressure I'm putting on. That's probably the reason why I took loads of that corner off. So yeah, but you know, like I say, it is what it is, and I'm one of those workaholics. I'll work until I keel over, and they put me in a box, and they say, right, you can't do any more because he's dead. So, I'm a realist as well, so I'm really sorry if I'm offending other people, but I'm definitely a realist when it comes to, like, you know, life and death. It is what it is. You know, enjoy it while it's here is basically what you need to do. And when it comes to babies, I'm sorry, but I don't like children. You know, babies especially, like, you know, when people go, oh, isn't he or she beautiful? Well, not really, no, looks like a pickled walnut, to be fair. Yeah, I'm not, the trouble wasn't a father, isn't it? I'd rather look at nice cute little puppy, or a squirrel, or you know, a cat or a dog. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of children. They're all right. Children are great. Once they reach 18 and they can dust for you. But up to that point, no, it's fine. And I'm never going to look after your kids, so forget it. So I don't do any of that babysitting nonsense there. No. Nope. If they can't fend for themselves, then I'm sorry. Like, that's it. So, sorry, just if I've just offended a whole load of children, I am eternally sorry, but you can't win them all, can you? So anyway, and now he's like offended half of the people that are watching. So yeah, so I've never been that warm towards children, so you know, that's the way it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles. So what was I saying? Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea what I was saying. So unfortunately, by the time I've read the comments, you know, you might know, but I won't have seen them. So you'll just be telling me something that's past tense, and I won't be able to do anything about it. So moving on, different subject. So what else? Oh, exciting news. I am, along with having my guttering done, which I know is groundbreaking, and I'm really surprised that it hasn't made BBC World News. But I'm going to have my kitchen renovated. So when I say have, I mean do, because money doesn't grow on trees. Certainly not in my house, it doesn't. And if you've got any of those seeds, can you give them to me? Yeah, money doesn't grow on trees. Being a single man, I don't tend to have like a limitless supply of cash, and I don't, you know, like some of you know, I've had to kind of restart my life after everything that went on with my husband and all of the stuff that happened. So I'm kind of at that point where although I'd like to be relaxing and retiring, I'm not going to be doing that because there are so many things that I need to do with this house to keep it up around my ears. But although the kitchen doesn't need doing, it's the one room in the house I detest. Now, I won't say hate because I don't hate anything. Hate is a self-destructive thing. If you hate anything, the only person that destroys is you. Even if it's a person, if you hate another person, the only person you're destroying is you. So I don't hate anything. Apologies, I was just having a drink. So yeah, I detest my kitchen. It's the one area of the one room in the house that I'm really not happy with, and yet since I thought that this was a good idea at the time, you know what it's like, hindsight, etc. So at the time I thought, right, and I won't do anything with my kitchen unless I take the wall down between the kitchen and the living room, because then I'll sit and look at that kitchen and I think, oh, I need to do something with that kitchen. Yeah, that didn't work, did it? So I took the wall down and now I have to look at the kitchen, and it's never actually kick-started me to doing anything. So now I've decided, right, okay, I'm going to have to do something. It's driving me mad. I can't look at this any longer. And so I guess in some ways it worked, but it just took 18 months before I got to that point. So yeah, I'm going to take the wall, I'm going to have a radiator moved. Then I'm going to take the rest of the wall down, and then I'm going to renovate my kitchen. And like I say, I don't have a lot of money. In fact, I don't have any money, but I do have quite a few vouchers. I do a lot of shopping survey things and online registering of purchases and that sort of thing, and I've collected up quite a decent amount of vouchers. That means I can exchange them at B&Q, one of our local hardware stores, and be able to get some kitchen units and do it myself, I think. So, well, I'm not I think, I know, because I've done it before. I fitted the kitchen in my previous house, although I did it with my husband. And I'm not saying that, oh, how hard can it be, because I actually know how hard it can be. I'm just hoping it won't be. And I know that my good friend Brian, when his knee is better, will help me. So yes, sorry, I'm just trying to knock back some of that orange a bit. I think actually if I put a bit of green on it, it will knock it back. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I'm going to have my kitchen done. I've got some vouchers for Amazon, so I'll buy a new dishwasher for a smaller dishwasher, a slimline dishwasher that I'm going to have installed in there. I don't like this because it's so bright. It's so bright. It's neon bright, and it's just too bright. So I don't know whether I can knock that back. What did I use? I used green, didn't I, to knock back the orange last time? Wrong one, Dave. So yeah, I'm planning to do that, which is very exciting. I kind of want it done before Christmas. Please don't hold me to that. Don't be messaging me in December and saying, well, is it done yet? And when are we going to get a tour? Because I'm not guaranteeing it will happen, especially with work. Depends on whether work allows for that and whether lockdown allows for it, etc. So I kind of want to go over that a bit more now. So yeah, I've got that all kind of planned in my head. Sat and did some costings and pricing up, and my mum gave me some money for a plumber, so I'm going to have the plumber. The money that my mum gave me, she gave us all a bit of money, only a small amount. So I'm going to use the money from my mum to to pay for the guttering and for a plumber to move the radiator and move the inlet pipes for the dishwasher and washing machine. So I'll get that done with that money, and then the rest is basically vouchers or Amazon or whatever. So yeah. So that's what's going to happen with that. So that's exciting. That will be exciting when it starts. It'll be exciting when it starts, and then I'll get very bored very quickly of living in a complete mess where, you know, you're basically washing up from a standpipe because there is no running water, or washing up in the bath or whatever. So when I'm doing videos and I'm saying I hate my house, that'll be that's that point. So that's too dark. Let's go for this. So what else? I don't know what else. Of course, it's October, and I hate to mention that word, but it won't be long before it's that C word. Dare I say it? I don't know whether I'm allowed to say it. Do you not like turn into a pillar of salt or spontaneously combust if you mention the C word in October? Although, you know, I know you said the word then, although the shops don't seem to be worried too much about it, they've definitely got that all out in the shops and everything. Now, I know, I appreciate some of you really love it, and don't get me wrong, I love that word. Well, not the word, I love the season. But, you know, sometimes it's too early. It's like comes way too early. And, you know, you get a bit sick of seeing it all, like when you've seen it since like September and it's like all still hanging around. You know, then that box of cards that you're going to buy is like covered in a layer of dust because it's been hanging around in the shop. And of course, this year it's all going to be very much different because, well, certainly in the UK, we won't be able to go out and buy in the, you know, the huge quantities that we did before. A, because people don't have a lot of money, and B, because really you shouldn't be going into the shops that much. You should be trying to steer clear of them, because although I appreciate that we need to boost the economy, there's no point boosting the economy if you're 6 foot under, is there? So no, not keen. I like the contrast. I like the, but I'm not, no. I liked that one I picked up first. I think that's the one I'm going to use. This one. So, the thing is, it's on like a gold, and I'm not terribly keen on the shininess of it. But hey ho, as they say. So I'll water brush it actually. So yeah, it gets a bit wearing after you've seen all of those same things in the shops. And like no other season lasts that long, you know, like summer stock doesn't come into the store and like in December and just stay there and hang around until August. I know it doesn't. I know the other stuff doesn't hang around from that long length of time, but it feels like it. It's all that build up, isn't it? It's the build. I love that season. I mean, I don't know whether it's going to be the same this year because obviously lockdown and the state of where we are in the world and the pandemic might have a different, you know, might have different ideas basically. But I do like that time of year. Just perhaps I'm a bit bar humbug about the way that it happens. It's just too much for too long, and it's only really recently that anything that's really punctuated it between September and December in the UK, because really Halloween wasn't really a big event. And I've said this in a previous video. It's like I only have one conversation. But yeah, it wasn't really a big event. It was a bit of a non-event before, and now it's more of an event. I don't know whether I like that, because I don't know whether it's looks too. Maybe I did it that way. I know you're all thinking that's horrible, but I just don't like the way it's all like kind of arching in. It looks a little bit too staged. I don't know. Maybe I'll get rid of that. Yeah. So in the UK, nothing. Really, there was nothing punctuating between Christmas. Oh, sorry, said it. Nearly said it. I haven't turned into a pillar of salt, and I definitely haven't combusted. But yes, there's nothing that was really like between that time of year and this time of year. But now Halloween obviously isn't much bigger in the UK than it ever used to be, and it's so much more commercial than even from last year. It's more commercial than it was. Although I don't know how much of this stuff they will actually sell this year, because people aren't necessarily going to be. Nobody's really going to want to go door to door trick or treating. Let's go to this house and like pick up some random virus from this person instead of keeping it in our own house. Guess nobody's really thought about that. It's just me having things in my head. I want that there. Yeah, I think I might put that there, I know you might be saying, don't do it, but you know what, I can't hear you, so I'm doing it. And it's mine anyway. So, yeah, and I was having a discussion today about whether craft is art. So for me, absolutely for me, I think that my craft process is craft. Yeah, so I go through, and that's just like if I was painting. I wouldn't art. I don't art a piece of canvas. I paint a piece of canvas that may well then turn into art. Okay, so I understand the difference between process and result. Okay, so it's not that I craft, but what is my end result? I consider what my end result is to be craft. Sorry, to be art. Others consider it to be craft. And I think we could be guilty of sometimes thinking that about our own work. We see somebody else's and think, oh, wow, that's so artistic, and I wished I could create like that, blah, 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 blah. But actually, you probably do create like that. It's just you are too close to the subject matter, and therefore you don't see it objectively. And other people do. So, but I genuinely think that what we do as crafters is art. Yeah. So, but I've put it out on Facebook anyway. I've put it out today. Just said, do you think it's art or do you think it's craft? And it wasn't. I don't want people to flatter me or butter me up or whatever it is. I just want them to be honest and tell me what they personally think. So I will let you know the findings of that, what other people think. If you tune in next time, no, it might not be next time, it might be the time after, or it might be when I remember. It might be when somebody prompts me and says, Dave, what was the answer of that? But it's an interesting one. Our take on things. And I absolutely know that some of you are very guilty of what I've just said, of saying that other people's is better than yours. And the reason for that is you are too close to the subject matter. So a good example of it is If you look at pointillism, which is an art process, I think it is, and it's also the way that pictures used to be made up when you looked at newsprint. So if you look really closely at old newsprint, it's made up of tiny dots. Okay, that's all it is. Tiny dots. So if you have it really close to your face, it's tiny dots. But as you move it away, you start to see the picture. And it's only when it's at the, the optimal length, at the optimal distance, that you then realise, oh, this is the picture and this is what it is, etc., etc. And that's what happens with your art. You are so close to it. And I don't mean physically close to it. I don't mean like this close to it. I mean, you're emotionally close to it. This bit that I stuck down here isn't just a bit that I stuck down here. I went through a process in my head. I was talking to you about something. I was feeling a certain emotion when I did it. And so I'm too close to the subject matter to be objective. And when your friends or your family or, your foe or whoever they are see it, they see it from their perspective without any concept of what kind of process you went through or the thoughts and feelings you had or the energy that you put into it or the way that the dog brushed past your leg or, knocked your cup of tea over, that all adds to how you feel about a finished piece. So you need to see it objectively. And sometimes what you have to do is you have to put it away. You have to put it away and forget about it and forget it's there. And then maybe when you get it out next time, you might say to yourself, oh, actually, that looks really good. I can't believe that's mine. And I've done that with my things in the past. And it doesn't always work. But, it's worth taking it for a spin, taking that idea for a spin and seeing where you go with that. I kind of quite like that. And I know that's a bit weird, the way that I've drawn that, but I was just kind of following the lines and I just thought, you know what? Does it matter? Not really. It's my art. It's my art, not yours. Remember? It's art, not just craft. So does anybody else do this with packaging? These are all journal cards that I've specifically bought. In fact, they looked like this from Paperchase when I first bought them. But this was inside some packing. I think it was tissue paper I bought. So to keep the tissue nice and pert and firm, not firm, taut, not pert, taut. Oh dear. Need a life. Get a life, Dave. So to keep it all nice and taut, they put a piece of card in it, and then you unwrap the tissue paper, and then you cast that to one side. I keep all of those things. The curved bit that you sometimes have inside some shoes, that makes a nice crescent moon shape, journaling card. It's great. I just keep all of these things. You never know. It's probably a bloody good job that I live on my own. Apologies for swearing. But it's probably a good job that I live on my own because my house is rammed to the gills with things that other people might have thrown away. So this is the kind of tissue paper I mean. But you know what? There's some rice papers, but I'll use those in something else. I've got nobody here to worry about it, so I haven't got somebody going, what's this old bit of rubbish? I'll throw this away, and you don't have to go rushing in and go, no, it's mine, keep it. So, if indeed that is what you do, I don't know whether that is what you do. I think that's what I wanted out of here. I've got so much tissue paper. It's crazy. It's unbelievably crazy, the amount of tissue paper I have. My watch keeps telling me to breathe. I don't have time to breathe. I've got things to do. I've got craft. Doesn't it know that I'm crafting? I really love this one. I love this tissue paper. It looks like a jumper, a knitted jumper. Or a sweater or a pullover or whatever you choose to call it. A woolly. So yeah, so I keep packing. And I don't have to answer to anybody. And like the other good thing about living on your own is that when you buy those lovely things, you don't have to smuggle them into the house and then suddenly find it and say, what, you mean that old thing? I've had that for years. Although you can tell, I have had situations like that in the past. Bear in mind, I was married. Well, I did live with my husband, so it was often the case. Like, what, that old thing? I've had that for years. So what else was I going to say? I'm sure there was something specific I was going to say to you, but you know, something happened, something in my mind went, and I've forgotten. It might not have gone in specifically, but it did something like that. And then all my thoughts went swanning off out on their own, and they got lost in the woods and they never came back. So where's me Asimov? That sound terribly I like this book because it's very yellow. And I know some people, I will say, some people would say, oh, you know, you can't use that because it cracks when you bend it and that sort of thing. You know what, I'm sticking it down with a bit of glue and it's not really going to make any difference. You know, it might not last 100 years, but that makes all my work that much more valuable. It's all limited editions. So, oh, that didn't go very well, did it? There we go. Yeah, so 6 legs. Oh, no, sorry, 6 feet. 6 feet tall, that's what it is, not 6 feet. See, I read half of these things and I think, oh, shut up, Dave. So where was I? I don't know what even I was talking about. You guys can't help me. So, in fact, you guys probably don't even know what I was talking about, to be fair. So, no, it's gone. No idea. So yes, I would love to know what I was saying. I'll watch this back. Well, you know something, I don't have a problem with watching myself back. So it's not that I don't. It's not like I think I can't watch myself. I don't have a problem. You know, I live with myself, so like I know what the worst could be, and luckily it's not the worst for you guys. So I've seen the worst of me, and you know, it's not pretty, but you know what you're seeing now is relatively picturesque compared to what you could be seeing. I'm just making a bit of a background. I'm not worrying too much about this, by the way. So again, I have forgotten what I was saying. You know what my mum used to say? I can't remember what you were saying. It must have been a lie. I don't know where she got that idea from. I never lied as a child. Well, I can't say never. Obviously, that's a lie to say never lied. But I didn't lie very often. It was my sister that used to lie all the time and get me into trouble by lying. I was the youngest, so she used to like getting me into trouble. So, although as the youngest, I wasn't always in trouble because she used to say, "Why does he get away with everything?" Because I'm the youngest, I'm the only boy, so I'm a bit spoilt. There were 4 of us, and so the only boy, and so you know how it goes. You're either been there, or you can empathize or sympathize or recognize or cross eyes. Oh no, it's something completely different. So yes, so I used to get away with a lot as a child. So yeah, no, I don't lie. I'm not a fan of people that lie. I don't see the point of lying. You will get found out, and you invariably do get found out. I understand, like, there's the times when you might not lie as I mean, I don't know whether other people know it like this, but as a white lie. So when you kind of like saying something in order to protect somebody else or to protect information, or I understand that, because you're not specifically lying. You know, if anybody like cross-examined you, you would own up to the truth and say, I'm really sorry, but like, you know, Santa's hidden it under the stairs or whatever. So I understand that white lying to children when, you know, Christmas presents and things like that. But I'm not a fan of lying per se. I don't lie. I don't understand the reason for it. Most of the time you get found out. You might not get found out there and then, but you might get found out a few years down the line, and then it causes nothing but heartache or heartbreak or upset or arguments or whatever. So it's better to tell the truth. Now, I am a truth giver. I am a giver of truth. It sounds like I'm kind of some kind of like spiritual, magical person, but I'm not. I'm just, like I said, I don't lie. So I am a truth giver, but I wouldn't dream of giving you the truth if it was going to hurt you. So yeah, I'm not going to stick that down there. So, you know, I wouldn't just come up to you and involuntarily give you truth. Like, that dress is disgusting on you, take it off now. Well, that would also be, you know, potential to get you and I arrested. So anyway. Oh, I don't know, I've talked some drivel, don't I? Yeah, like I say, not a big fan of lying. I don't see the purpose of it, and I feel a bit betrayed if somebody's lied to me, and I never feel like I don't hold grudges, but I find it really hard to get past that point if somebody has lied to me, and it's difficult. It just makes it really uncomfortable and difficult, as we both then know that somebody wasn't telling the truth. I don't know whether I need all of that. I just want it to look a little bit. It doesn't need all of that. Just go for that, Dave. Don't get you're getting too emotionally attached to the art that you're making. You just need to stick it down sometimes. This is only the background. You're going to end up covering it up. Nobody's going to say it. So yeah, let's just stick that down. I mean, like, you know, kudos to you if you can lie and be a really good liar, and, like, you know, I just perhaps don't want it in my friend circle because it just makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel uncomfortable as well as if I know somebody else is lying and then they say, don't say anything. It's like, well, can't give me this information, and it kind of like, it almost like messes with my programming. I do sometimes feel I am, you know, not of this world or programmed differently. I've said this before. I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't do it then, Dave. Don't do it if you don't like it. I won't do it then. I'll leave it. I say, I'll leave it. Sorry, random outburst. This is life in this household. This is what happens. Yeah, I'll just stick a bit of that on it. I would much prefer if it's more random when I peel it off. But yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, lying? I don't know why we lie. Why do humans have the capacity to lie? Animals don't lie, do they? Well, I guess some animals might do. They might, like, you know, deceive and that sort of thing. But anyway, it's my autistic brain. I like truths, accuracies, facts, that sort of thing, and that's what I guess I'm typically autistic in that way. So, I'm just sticking my tongue out while I stick that down, because of course that has to happen. You don't get an accurate, it doesn't go down accurately unless you've got your tongue sticking out. I'm just giving you that. If you're new to crafting, I'm telling you now, unless you've got your tongue out and you're kind of like biting it between your lips, you're never going to get something down accurately. That's not a lie. That's my zany take on the truth. You know, it's not factual, obviously. See, this is why I can't lie, because I end up like telling other people it's not the truth. But for me, I really find it really hard to cut a straight line without having my tongue hanging out. I look like I'm catching flies half the time. I don't know. Is it getting a bit samey? It's getting a bit samey, isn't it? Yeah. Forget it. Okay, that's fine. Just cut the edge off that. I don't even need to cut it. I can sand it. So yes, you know, I can do things like that. Funny kind of like jesty kind of white lies, because I always tell you the truth. But my ex-husband was a liar, hence the reason why he's an ex-husband now and not a husband. How long? Oh, I've been talking for some time now. I think I've probably even hit an hour. Have I hit an hour? Are you all still there, or are you asleep? You nodded off. I can't pick that up. Oh, I can. There you go. Getting all a bit excited there. Let's just have a look at my timer. How long have I been going for? 57 minutes. Now, you see, I don't have a limit, so I can keep going. I won't keep going for a huge amount more time, though, because I realise that your time is precious, and I am grateful for you having spent it with me. I've never actually used one of these on tissue paper, and this, my friends, is me trying this out so you don't have to. Well, it's got coating on it, so it makes it really hard to... Maybe I can do it on the back. Much harder to do it on the back, because I can't tell. I can't think which way round now I want it to be. Oh yeah, I just want to cut this flower out. So, does it actually rip though? Does it make a difference? Tune in next week and you'll find out. My brain's gone into that thinking mode where like I can't have my tongue out and talk and think at the same time. So tell me, put it in the comments, do you have your tongue out while you are crafting, or is it just me that does that kind of thing? Cutting, especially if I'm cutting something, I've usually got my tongue out because I'm endeavouring not to cut something off. So yeah, this does work. It's not as easy to tear as a napkin, I will just say. But yeah, it does work. I'm going to go down to this leaf here. I think I'm going to go round there and do that and see how we go. Oh, easy tiger. So yes, yeah, it works. I'm not worried about how it tears off now, because it's going to kind of hang. Hang over there. So, what do you have planned for the weekend? What are you doing for the weekend? if you're talking back to me, I really do appreciate it. If you're talking back to me, though, I will just point out I can't hear you. Yeah, unless you tell me in your comments. I can't. Sorry, not in your comments, in my comments. Oh, blimey! Life in my brain is just insane. Oh, look, it rhymes. He's a poet and he didn't know it. That's a form of artistry I will never master. But, you know, I was put on this earth to create pretty things instead. So, and be a buffoon and talk to you guys and feel like I'm not talking to myself. There we go. That's kind of what I was hoping for. It's a little bit different. I like to try different things. I'm trying it, so you don't have to. If you like it, you can do it. If you don't like it, you'll know. Now, no, I'm not doing that. I saw that Dasher Dave doing that, and like, you know, he thought he knew what he was doing, but he clearly didn't. Well, I'm telling you now, I didn't. And I never thought I knew what I was doing. I was just winging it. It's winging it. You know what they say? Fake it till you make it. Well, I've made it now, so I don't have to fake it. I don't mean I've made it like big time made it. I mean I've made this. So I'd like to clarify. I'm definitely not of the crafting Kardashians world. So there are people that are up there on a pedestal for me in the crafting world. You all have your favourites, and I have mine. You in your small corner, and I in mine. So that, by the way, I think that's called Sing Hosanna, or Hosanna, it might just be called. It's a, what's it called? It's a hymn. It's a hymn that when I used to go to, what did I used to go to? Sunday school. It's a song that I used to sing. And you know something, it wasn't until recently that I actually knew what the words were. Ah, dear. So I was brought up as Christadelphian. Some of you might know. Sorry, I'm just trying to pop this bubble. Some of you might know what a Christadelphian is. Some of you might not. Anyway, I was brought up as a Christadelphian. My mum is still a Christadelphian. Although I am not a practicing Christadelphian. I don't know why they say a practicing. It's like if you ever go to doctors and they call it a practice, I'm thinking you better be doing more than just practicing. I'm here for the jokes. So yes, I was brought up as Christadelphian, and I used to go to Sunday school and do all of that. And I used to sing that song, and I really love it. Sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna to the King of Kings. Anyway, you didn't tune in for me singing. But it was, like I say, it was only recently that I learnt what they sing, because I'm sure they sing, you in your small corner and I in mine, right? As a child, I always thought they were singing, I know there is no such words, but like this is how it goes in my head. You in your pork swarner and I in mine. Now, I don't know what a pork swarner is. It's it must be a byproduct of pig. But you in your pork swarner. Oh, bless. You know, I was young. I was a child. Although, you know, you are now thinking, but you just said you only recently found out what it meant. So that meant as an adult, you were like still thinking it was that. Yes, that's very true. I did still think it was that. And I think it was only when I looked up the lyrics on the lyrics. You can't have lyrics to a hymn, can you? They're the words. It's not like it's by Britney Spears, is it? But yeah. Yeah, when I looked it up, I was like, oh, really? That makes more sense. So, like I say, it's my brain. It's my brain. It's my brain. Whether you like it or not, it's my brain. And I don't know quite what that whole "it's my brain" was. So yes, so that's it. I'm going to cut this out, and then I'm going to stick it on, and then I think I'm going to leave you guys alone, because you've probably had more than enough of me, and me. Well, not just me and my brain. Do you know, sometimes when you said something out loud and you think, yeah, now people are just like, oh, you've lost that audience now. Yeah, I'm sorry if like your opinion of me has like just slumped, but you know, this is who I am, and you know, this is me. It's my world, and I want to have a little pride in. It's not a place I have to hide in. So I'll leave that there. I'll not only leave that there, I'll leave the song there as well. Otherwise, I'll definitely be singing that. So, I think I want that there. I kind of like the way it kind of mirrors that a little bit. I might put some of those little flowers across that bit there. So yes, so we've kind of like, you know, had a good old chin wag. Well, I've been wagging my chin. You maybe not so much. You might have been like shouting at the screen, "Shut up, Dave! You were doing so well. Why did you have to ruin it?" Because that's who I am. I keep talking until I either dig my way out of a hole or dig my way into a hole. You know, it's me. I am what I am. No, I'm my own special creation. Oh, blimey. Yeah, well, I'm not going to sing any of these songs for you. You are all wiping your brow with that sort of feeling. So I totally agree. You don't want me singing. Maybe tune in for a whole other hour of Sing Along a Dave. Craft along a Sing Along a Dave. Oh dear. Oh. This is, you know, when I watch myself back, you know, I've said I don't have a problem with watching myself. I really, honestly don't have a problem with watching myself. It's not, I'm not vain. I'm like going, oh look, it's me. I just don't mind it. I could have been an actor and I wouldn't have had a problem with it. But when I do watch myself back, I do just think, oh Dave, just shut up. You know, when you tell yourself to shut up, just shut up. Actually shut up. Don't pretend to shut up. Just shut up. Stop speaking now. Because that's it. So yeah, I quite like that. I feel like it needs something though, and I think, sorry folks, I know I said I was going to wrap it up, but I want to kind of just stick something on there and then kind of finish it. But I'm still talking to you. I'm just stepping away. I'm just going to find my file. So this is my people file. Oh, people who need people are the luckiest people. So, peapods who need peapods. Oh no, they're tools. We don't want a tool. He looks like he's leaning on something, but he's got nothing to lean on. Hasn't got a leg to stand on. Oh no, he's got legs to stand on. He's just got nothing to lean on. She looks like she should be riding the bike in the Wizard of Oz. I'll get you, my pretty. He looks like he's about to perform a song and dance routine, but I do quite like him. I've got to say, I quite like him. I think it's that juxtaposition of him being a fella and them being flowers, because I like flowers. Just in case anybody ever asks you guys, you know, I'm going on a date with Dave. What does he like? He likes flowers, okay? And if they ask what sort of flowers, then I'm really partial to a tiger lily. Although stamens removed is better, because obviously they can be very stainy. I really love a gladioli. I love freesias because I love the smell of freesias. But you know, I'm not sure that anybody's going to ask you. But if they do, you've been told. You now know what it is that I like. Yeah, I know I do this on every time I do a card now, and you're probably all a bit sick of me doing it, but I like the way it looks. So, you know, you get that kind of thing. You have a bit of a fetish and you go through that same look all the time. Well, this is my same look. So yeah, flowers. Love flowers. The only time daffodils. Oh, aren't they so cheerful? To see them in the springtime are just beautiful. I like snowdrops and whiskers on kittens and bright copper kettles and warm wool mittens. It is turning into Sing Along a Dave, isn't it? But no, I love snowdrops and crocuses and things, but they are very delicate, and so that you can't really have crocuses and those sort of things in your house unless they're growing, you know, in a pot in your house. But I do love a daffodil. So yeah, this has definitely turned into my kind of signature, hasn't it? Doing this thing. I'm going to put a bit of walnut stain on there, I think. Notice how I don't care about how, like, you know, what colour I put on this. So yes, flowers, love flowers. So, you know, he used to give me roses. I wish he would again. That was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. That was from Prison Cell Block H theme tune, so that's taking me back. That takes me back to being a kiddie wink, not a kiddie wink, but a child in my 20s, coming back from drinking all night and like coming home to early morning TV, and like, well, not even early morning, it was like during the middle of the night TV that used to be on. So yeah, so blimey, I've really exposed who I am, haven't I, today? So you know who I am now. I am no singer, that's who I am. I'm going to lick this. I wouldn't suggest you all lick this. Use a bit of lick on your finger or something, or glue it down. But I've got no shame. So I have no shame. So what I'm doing is I'm just sticking it on here. It has that kind of essence of like it's been stuck together a lot. I just like that whole kind of, it just ties in with that kind of quirky feeling, sensation. So back in a minute. I'm just taking me people back. People who you don't need. People. And I want some. What do I want? I want some worms. Let's find me worms. Where are we worms? He's got worms. I can't. Oh, people. Where are they? Help me. Somebody tell me where they are. I've used them recently. I used them for my crafting live. I'm sure I did. But no, I can't find them. I need to have some kind of a sentiment I'm feeling a bit, I need a sentiment. And I don't have anything. Oh, look, I found some sentiments in here. I really don't know where my file has gone. It's got all of my sentiments in. It was over there. I've probably tidied it up, invariably. These are my peeps. Couldn't get enough of. This is my jam. I love it when outfit of the day. Maybe should have that on it. Yes, let's put that on it. It's very sticky on the back of here. It's almost like the, you know, like the sticky stuff is old and it's gone a bit gummy. Like it leaves that kind of thready trail. Look, there you go. Oh, it's very sticky on my fingers. Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be like that. Put that on there. And I'm going to put that on there. Yeah, okay. So, and then once I've done that, we'll finish. Oh, by the way, this is the exciting thing I forgot to tell you about. My new sweet, whatever it is. Oh, sweet sugar bell thing has come. And this is actually my first attempt at using it. So let's see if, oh, it does have a nice fine trail. I've only succumbed to this because, like lots of crafters, namely I think Catherine uses it, and I think that's where I got it from. A Gail uses one as well, and I believe Nancy does. So anyway, I've succumbed, but they're very expensive in the UK because we have to have them imported. You can't believe that nobody in the UK can make something like that. Anyway, there we go. So there we go, I've finished. So this is what we made together. So I was kind of like finished doing this off. I've made this, and I've made a mess, and I've made you all queasy from singing to you. But yeah, that's basically what we've done. And like we had a chat and we just got on with things, didn't we? So I hope you've had a nice time. I hope you feel like it's been as beneficial to you as it has to me. You can tell I've been crafting. I've probably got this all over my face, to be fair. But yeah, I really do appreciate your... I'm now looking at that thinking, should that go on there? No, shouldn't. I'm leaving it. It's not going anywhere near this project. Yeah, I thank you. I genuinely say thank you to you guys, because you guys are the things that keep me sane, keep me positive, keep me crafting, keep me producing art. So I really do appreciate you being there. I hope that I've been as supportive to you as you've been to me. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for anybody that subscribes to me. I really can't believe that I have gone from having in March, no, not even in March, in July, I had 57 subscribers, and now I'm at 236, I think it is. 235, something like that. I can't believe it. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate you guys being there. Like genuinely really appreciate you, and like emotionally so. I feel a bit like I'm welling up at the minute. So I really do love you being there. I hope, you know, me being here for you helps you too. And I can't wait to see you next time. So big hugs. There is no theme tune for hugs, and lots of kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And I will say goodbye. I'll see you next time, but remember, spread the word of kindness, be crafty, be kind, and keep socially distanced, wear those masks, be good, and I'll see you again very soon. So have a good day, evening, week, afternoon, morning, whatever it is with you, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you again. I love you all, until you give me a reason not to. Okay, take care. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.